Pleased to be joined by the head coach of the South Plains College Track and Field Program, Mr. Erik Vance, assistant coach Justin Hobbs. Coach, we're week 2 now. You had a great showing last weekend in Lubbock. Fantastic facility. Seems like everyone you put out there just about qualified for the national meet, which is one of the main objectives of these early meets, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and I thought everybody we put out there that really should qualify, did their job and qualified right off the bat. We had several others that were close, but we have Natasha McDonald goes out and does what she does and puts down the number 1 time in the 400. Gets pushed by a good runner from New Mexico Junior College, but puts a time out there that other than the New Mexico girls, about a second clear of everybody else in women's NJCA right now. We have Markim Felix qualifies in the shot put, pretty handily, which is really solid for a javelin thrower. Montel Hood, DeCarrier Freeman go out and do the job in the 800 and both qualify. Montel kind of doing it as a 400 runner, doing it for some strength work, but running 157 for a guy that's primarily a 4 runner is really good. And DK maybe didn't execute the race exactly like we wanted to, but at the end of the day, he got the job done. He got that ticket punch to the national meet, so we're good. And then just across the board, had a lot of other things. Got both our relays in, which we were happy about, and the other 22, 23 that we got in there. So it was impressive.
Yeah, men's or women's side. What was the biggest surprise to you? Any of the new faces kind of step up, a little bit earlier than you thought?
Mark M in the shot was for sure a surprise because it's rare that a javelin thrower can contribute and really do some things for us indoor. I was really proud of Asani Hilton. He's a multi, and that's where we expect him to do his damages in the heptathlon and the decathlon, and he comes out in his first collegiate meet and jumps nearly his PR in the high jump, and qualifies for the national meet in the high jump is his first time out. So I thought that was really impressive. James Willingham, coming off a little bit of a layoff, was also able to qualify in the high. It's not surprising ever with Leslie and Cece what they do. They do the same thing day in, day out, meet in, meet out. But they ran good mile races, and then going into 3K, we're really not feeling like they were ready to run, wanted to run, and Cece wins, and Leslie puts up a national qualifying time. So I was really proud of those two, kind of being leaders and showing how it doesn't matter what's going on, doesn't matter whether you want to run or not. You step on the track and you forget about all that and just go compete. So I was really happy with that.
Yeah. Coach Hobbs, y'all are headed to Aggieland this week. Time to talk about the atmosphere in practice. Was there any, was the energy up at all after a meet like that, and some of the preparations going into this week?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's really excited coming off the last meet as well as we did. But I think the biggest thing that it gave us kind of like a landmark of where we are right now. And as well as we did, I think we still have a lot of people that are still hungry to get better. The guys like Montel and some of the other guys that didn't do necessarily their main event, like the 8 instead of the 4. And some of the other guys that did the 4 excited to be in the 2 now and try to put down a mark in the 2, and some other jumpers that jumped really well, looking to jump further. And so across the board, I think that they're really excited to continue to see that progress, and so now we know where we are. And so it's easy to kind of know where to go from there once we have that one meet in and kind of know where you're at. And I think we're in a really good place, but I think we now know kind of where we want to be too.
Absolutely. As the season goes on, do you kind of pick and choose where the athletes will be competing? Which events do you kind of rest some guys, or do you just are you going out in full force?
Sure. You see kind of where they qualified, and really, if you get a qualifying mark, you kind of see where you lie within the rest of the nation. We don't look a lot of see what anybody else does until kind of further down the road, but you kind of see where the athletes are going to help us the most in the events, and try to place them accordingly. You don't want to over race any of your athletes where they just get fried and get burnt out on a specific event, but at the same time you want to give them a good chance to see where they're going to be most helpful at the national championship meet.
Yeah. Coach Vance, talk about the facility you'll be running at this weekend, kind of some of the things you want to see in week 2, after a week, you got a week under your belt.
Well, I think we're taking a step up in level of competition this week. Tech, it was a good opener for us, and we saw some of the good competition that we have at the junior college level, and some really good D2 teams. WT, West Texas A&M was really solid. Wayland's always really good. So they went ahead and pushed us, and that was good. But we're stepping up to a meet that is almost entirely Division One. Great facility. It's actually the facility that hosts the NCAA Division One championships this year. So no complaints as far as the facility. I want to see how we kind of adapt to that level of competition, how we kind of step up to that. I think we're going to see some really good things in the multis. This will be the first time out that our two girls, Bailey and Bosie, and our guys, Pat, Asani, and Witt, get out there and do a full multi, which is different than just doing 3-4 events in a meet. And I want to see what they do. I'm anxious to see what they do Friday and Saturday. I really think there's a pretty good opportunity that we could see the indoor long jump record go down by either of our female long jumpers. Shaquaylin Gilbert, she's got a PR that's 1 centimeter off the indoor long jump record and is capable of getting that jump anytime. And Ruth Usoro from Nigeria came out and she put down a jump that was 4 centimeters short of the record in her debut, and had been here for about 10 days. So we are excited. I think we're going to see that one go down, and who breaks it is your guess is as good as mine. But other than that, I just want to kind of see those folks that were close to qualification, or weren't necessarily in their primary event, that are moving towards that primary event. I want to see them get that mark and get that out of the way, so we don't have to worry about chasing that the last 2 weeks. Those that have their qualification mark, I just want to see them, clean up races, do things a little bit technically better, and just continue to move towards. This is such a quick season. Continue to kind of just sharpen up, and get better towards that national meet.
Go back to Coach Hobbs. Coach, do you think running and competing in a facility like this, these kids see these big name schools, do you think they quote unquote rise to the level of competition and turn it on a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely. They get excited to compete against, these guys that are where they're wanting to be here in a year or two. And, I think it's, a change of atmosphere is always good. Something new, a new, challenge thrown at you. And I think that they look forward to those things and look forward to running against new people, seeing new faces. Mm-hmm. And, I think they also like to see kind of what they do in that challenge in the face of adversity, so to say. So, absolutely, they're excited to go compete at A&M, and they're excited to go race and run some new events and see what they can do.
Absolutely. Coach, any final thoughts? Y'all taking off tomorrow, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we'll take off tomorrow, start the multis Friday, and also we'll run DMR and 5K Friday night.
Okay.
Just check out the Texas A&M 12thman.com has links to live results. They typically do stream some meets, and this one may be on SEC Network or may stream. I'll get with Jordan. I'm sure we'll have a good preview that'll have all that information on there. But come out and watch us if you're in the area. Come out and watch us. This will be a really solid track meet, an opportunity to see some of the best athletes in the country compete, which I hope is starting to include ours. So we're looking forward to it, and hopefully we can be talking about this many qualifiers next week when we sit down.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Coaches, thank you for your time. Safe travels, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.